Hello and welcome back to Linux Panic YouTube channel. In this video we're going to be looking at how easy is it to get a Debian 12 install from the install screen we have here to gaming ready, and how fast can it be done. So let's get into the video, but before we do that I would like to thank my channel members for supporting the channel. I'd like to thank Mislav Krejla, Vil Marie and Mr. Darius Royce. I'd like to thank you all very much for being channel members, and you can join for as little as $2.99 a month, and you can get your name right here at the start of the video. So let's get into this. Now there's going to be a couple of things that we do to begin with. We're going to be installing the Cinnamon desktop to have it look like Windows XP, because if you're a long time viewer of the channel, you full well know that I enjoy my Windows XP. You know that I enjoy how it looks. There's an install script for that. We're also going to be installing Steam, getting game running through that. We're also going to be installing Wine and getting that up and running. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why do I want this in particular? Well, with this, you get to see how easy it is, how easy it really is to get a non-gaming Linux operating system to functional state. Yes, there are customized gaming ones out there that would work perfectly. However, in this case, we're just going to take an entirely raw one and go straight from scratch and just go straight in and make sure it's all up and running and prepared. So yes, just making sure it's anything that correctly. And so it would just take an entirely fresh install. This virtual machine here has 16 gigs of RAM and 6 cores. This is sort of a middle of the road attempt. This is what you could expect from a decent operating system, or from a decent computer. Yes, I would like to write changes to the disk. So for this, we're just going through the normal Debian 12 install process. Again, I did a video on this a few days ago, well, a couple of weeks ago now, for installing Debian 12 and how easy it is to install. And because of course it's Debian, it is easy as anything to install, no hassles at all. I was gonna do a Manjaro version of this because it's been a while since I've touched Manjaro, and the install failed because it couldn't create the user. And that's an entirely fresh ISO, so God knows why that didn't work. But for this one, we're installing the Linux kernel 6.1.0.9 64-bit edition. So this is just like a middle, this is a decent system you can expect things to run from. But bearing in mind, this is a virtualized system. So what you see here may not be representative of what you have. Because again, it's virtualized, which may, again, cause issues with running something and running a game, for example, because it doesn't have access to the full GPU. But once we are done with the installation of the operating system, we will return. Okay, now that we have finished with the setting and installing of Debian, we now want to see how fast it is to get this up and running and gaming ready. Now we'll be applying a few little quality of life stuff, such as making it look like, if I spelled that correctly. Oh, there we go. The reason I was putting Manjaro for was because I was previously doing this with a Manjaro operating system and it just wasn't working. So for this, we want desktop settings, and we wish for displays. A display, please. Okay, now it is time to fix the screen resolution, which we can do by coming over to here and applying this. We would like to keep the new configuration. We now also need to go into the vi sudo file. Sudo file. Vi sudo.
Bear with me whilst I remember how to do that. Okay, so as I remembered it, we need to switch into the root user and then vi sudo. And we need to come all the way down to here. User root privilege exception. So in this case, it is Debian. And we want to do all equals all. And now we want to do switch user, exit, sudo apt update. And we need to do a update. And then of course an upgrade, which is the thing about Debian, it installed the updates as we asked it to, which in this case is worth barely any space at all. We need to make sure we have Git installed, so. Oh, wrong way. Oh my god, I hate the light mode. So, git hyphen version. We do not have Git installed, so sudo apt install git. Yes. And now we need this for getting a hold of some repositories that we need. So in this case, we want to do cd desktop, and we want to do git clone https://github.com/nick Matthews S1/Linux XP. And what this will then allow us to do is if we do cd Linux XP, come here and we do chmod+x install.sh. We do sudo /install.sh. Give that a quick run. That'll then go through, upgrade and upgrade, update and upgrade. The reason why this says it can't move is because I have made an error in the folder that I need to fix. And I have got to go around fixing that because I have not quite figured that one out yet. We want to be in the home directory, and this is saying it can't find a folder in a particular folder. So we need to add in fonts as well as themes. You want to do .fonts. .fonts. Use me, I have to sneeze. So now that we've finished sneezing, we want to do icons and themes. So .icons and new window, not new folder, file, new folder, .themes. We want to open a new tab, desktop, Linux XP. We want to come to themes, which will be here. In this new tab, we want to open up the 3.1. Oh, sorry, not 3.1. Desktops. Here, copy and paste in. Open up themes. That stays the same. And here we have it. So we want Luna, please. This hasn't changed because we haven't finished dropping in. We haven't input the themes yet. The icons, so we do that by coming here, going back, just copying this file, go back to here, icons, drop that in, and of course refresh the themes. So again, themes, we have this, and then of course 3.1, and now we have everything looking nice and dandy. That's the first thing when it comes to making Cam ready, adding a bit of customization to our lives. Yes, I do realize this now says 7:02. When I started this, it was significantly earlier. I fell asleep and I had to cut off a lot of the video. Sorry about that. Right. Now that we've done that, we want to install a few other things. So in this case, we would like to install. Let's first off get Firefox open. we would like to install Lutris, just as a... Oh, why don't we try that? As a way of playing our games, because again, if this is something we're making game ready, we would like to install Lutris as well, because it's up and running now. So of course what I'm going to be doing here is trying the Lutris install script I have set up, which as you can see here leads through to this. Because what we have here is the Lutris packages, it should just run. Yes, I know I'm doing a Todd Howard here. So first things first, we want to do leave this directory, git clone, https:// github.com/matthews-1 Lutris install. That's right, because not Lutris install, it's Lutris. And we want to do cd Lutris. And we want to do chmod +x /ubuntu Lutris install. We want to do /ubuntu install. Now, in theory, this should just work, considering the same dependencies. However, this is going to throw an error of this isn't working because we've not yet run this before, which is fine. So again, we can fix that with sudo apt fix broken install. Yes, because again, this is the first time we're actually installing software. It's going to throw a hissy fit every time until we fix it, which is something we are now doing. Once this is done, we'll have to run the installer again, and this will ensure that everything does get downloaded and installed. Because it's just deb package, if we do Lutris -version, as we can see here, we have Lutris installed. So now we've got Lutris installed, we want to install Wine. So again, leave this directory, and we want to do git clone, https:// github.com/nickmatthews-1 and wine stable. I said wine stable, please. Did I spell that wrong? I did. Wine stable. And cd wine stable. Look what we have here. We have these. So in this case, because I don't have an install script for this set up yet, all we'll do is we should just be able to install this straight from apt. So sudo apt install wine HQ. Sudo apt install wine. Yes. Software and updates. And we should also enable these two directories, or these two package repositories, in the process. Nope. Feed it the correct password, that would help. That one on free, close. Yes, this is going to need to reload. Again, this shouldn't take too long, but that's fine. And of course, NeoFetch, because if you install the system, you've got to install NeoFetch. So install NeoFetch. Yes, it's powerful, of course, to install NeoFetch. So NeoFetch, here we go. So what we also need to do is we need to do sudo add architecture i386 i386 dpkg dpkg I was just trying to run that one off memory. I'll be perfectly honest. winehq.org/download. As we can see here, this is something I do need to make an install script for. You never know you need until you go and try and make it, go try and use it, and then you can't. And of course, I was right about that. And we will add in repository keys. As we can see here, Trixie is now the testing version and no longer Bookworm. Drop that in, update and install one. So sudo apt install, or update even. And we will give it the stable branch. And then go from there. Once we've done this, we can then go through the process of installing Steam. And also getting other Windows software working. We're not going to be running the Windows version of Steam because, no. What we want to do here is once this is finished downloading, we will then install Steam. The only downside of the apps manager is no parallel downloads. This is just genuinely downloading as fast as I can have it because I have a decent internet connection. But if this had parallel downloads, then it would be going even faster, except for this part here. Unfortunately, this will not parallel download. Well, it can't do parallel of the installation, which again is fair. So once we've waited for, we will return once we've waited for this to finish. Right, now this has finished downloading and installing. Again, we will just do wine-version. And we have Wine stable version 8.0.2, which again, Wine HQ is made and it's got working. So, Steam. Again, sudo apt install Steam. Yes, so this should then give us the ability to log into Steam, or open up Steam. So again, install Steam. Steam is proprietary. Oh, yes. Hang on. Steam version. As we can see here, here's the Steam installer. It grabbed the Steam installer. And now it's just going through the process. This is, again, the first time installation. And so far, we're only 17 minutes in, not accounting for all the time we waited for the downloading and such. So, depending on your internet connection, this may take anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour. Of course, this is highly subjective to your particular scenario. For me, a half hour is like the top end because decent internet connection. But then again, if you don't have a top of the line internet connection like myself, then things may be a bit slower, which is again also fine. But this is a proof of concept of how long it takes to get Steam, or how long it takes to get Debian 12 game ready. You're probably wondering, well, why game ready? Well, there are many operating systems that are designed around gaming, such as Pop! OS, for example, which again is also a derivative of Ubuntu, and Ubuntu is a derivative of Debian. So rather than go through all the extra little steps for getting Ubuntu game ready and having a dedicated operating system, why don't we just go straight to the source and make the source game ready? What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to log in via Steam Guard, so I'm just going to move that. Oh yeah, that's right. This is not on two monitors. Oh my god, I've just tried to move this over to my right hand monitor because they both have the exact same themes on it. Because I run. Oh lord, that's funny as hell. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to catch it. Yes, Simon, sign into Steam. I do love the QR code Steam Guard. And of course, the QR code does refresh every like 60 seconds, so it doesn't. It's kind of hard to. Well, it is hard. Things does refresh every 60 seconds. Right, now whilst we wait for this to load, what we will do is we will go get a game that is supported natively on Linux. For example, in this case, Factorio. Factorio is a wonderful game. I do stream it on every Tuesday. As frequent viewers of the channel will know, and you can see under the live section, for the streams. Now, because this is loading user data for the first time around, Steam does take a little bit of extra time. So we will just stop the recording whilst we wait. So we had to go through the process of getting the Steam latest deb to run the installer, because the Steam install version that comes with it and the version that I tried to via the command line was not very well playing ball with me. So unfortunately we had to do it this way around, which again, we had to get it from the Valve website through here. It works anyway. It works just as well. When double clicking, it is the package installer, package installer that comes with Debian, and it just runs straight away. So now that we've done that, we actually have the Steam. Yes, feed it the password, because it will need to do an update the first time round, which again is fine and expected, because Steam actually is on the ball when it comes to writing installs, because they make better installers than I do, which it's a kick in the pants, because I really should be making my installs a little bit better. As we can see here, once this decides to catch up, which would be any day now, Steam. Again, this will be any day now, please bear with me. Okay, now that we've had to do a quick restart just to give Steam a swift kick in the rear end. As we can see here, going through the process of opening up and loading user data, we get the usual, hey look, here's games that are on sale. We think you'd like that. No, I would not like games on sale at the minute, because I'm not trying to buy anything at the minute. Oh, Steam, yes, hello. Steam, hello. We are gonna catch up here, mate. So again, this is an expected this is an expected error, because, well, considering the fact this is running in a virtualized environment, so this is very much expected to be happening. Now let's just go back to the default background. So what we want here is we want library. I said I wish for library. So okay. Bear with me whilst I get Steam installed, whilst I get Factorio installed remotely, because again, this is an expected outcome. Okay, now that we have Factorio installed, I say we should have Factorio installed, because I heard the little Steam sound of, hey look, Factorio, you've installed it. The game has the thing you have just done with the thing. It's finished. So I'm going to do home, Steam, where is Steam Apps? Steam Apps, Common, Factorio, bin, x64, Factorio, open. Again, once we kick this up, we should be good, but this will also be a good time for running Lutris. Lutris is good for this sort of thing, because unfortunately with Steam being less than ideal in the current scenario of a virtualized system, this would be a good idea, good time for Steam. This would be a good time for Lutris to pick up the slack and get things working. So whilst this refreshes and finds everything, we'll have to wait. As we can see here, Factorio did finally launch. This will take a little bit of time, as previously mentioned, due to the fact that it is in a virtualized environment. Yes, this is absolutely still the virtual machine, because if it wasn't the virtual machine, I wouldn't be able to do that. As we can see here, it is chugging, but as I constantly harp on about when I am streaming it, Factorio could run on a potato. But just as a little proof, yes. And we will just do yes. Show FPS. As I've mentioned in the past, it'll run on a potato. So that is, it's taken us a grand total of around about 40 minutes. There are some of the bits I did cut out and stop recording because it's just sat around waiting for an install, so that is cut out. But it is very much possible. And of course, this is now caught up as well, so we could launch Factorio from here if we wanted to. And now, again, I would imagine this would load faster than Steam, because of course Steam is being less than cooperative with the virtual machine, which again it is an expected outcome. What you're seeing here will run much better on your system than it will on mine, because this is a virtualized environment with barely any horsepower to it. If we come down to the space price, it's not really got much horsepower to it in that sense, but we have a working system, which is exactly what we're going for here, which I'm more than happy about. But anyway, I would like to just say how glad I am that this works. Like, this is proof that yes, you could get a system game, you could get a Debian system game ready within no more than an hour. Anyway, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, hit the dislike button. They both seem to work, although you can only see one of them. I would like to once again thank the channel members, Mislav Kreslar, Philly Mari, and Mr. Darius Roos, for being channel members. If you become a channel member, you get access to videos like this one here, as well as a little badge next to your name when I'm streaming that says, "Hey, look, I'm better than you." Anyway, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. When you use Linux, don't panic. I have been Nick. You have been amazing. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And goodbye.